And welcome to the Corona Cero post show here at the VIVO Rio Pro, brought to you, of course, by Corona Cero. 0 APV, all natural ingredients. And look at this crowd here in Saquarema. I don't know if we could fit more people on the beach. It was a beautiful first day of competition here. Obviously, we had a large audience to enjoy the opening day. The surfing was spectacular. The crowd was engaged. And welcome to the set. It's Jesse Mendez. That's Strider, Raspberry Wazalewski. I'm Kuiper Guerrero, and we're going to talk all about day number one, Jesse. Huge audience. And, you know, here at Itona, though, it's all about adaptability in these heats in this beach break.
No doubt about it. Mostly in those like eliminations route, the pressure builds up, and we've seen every red jersey fall off in that second, you know, the second part of the day.
I was in the coaches' corner talking to the coaches, and they were pulling their hair out. What's left of it? I don't think they have any hair left.
Yeah, most of them don't.
It was crazy.
Strider, you were out and about like a lot of the day. What about the energy on the beach? There was tens of thousands of people for this opening day.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, honestly, I said it earlier, but you could feel the energy from the crowd when the surfers would ride the waves, and there was cheering, and everybody was there, and even just doing our little hits down on the beach, you know, saying hi and doing conditions reports. Everybody's so excited. They just, you know, everybody wants a piece of it, and they love to get involved. They all want to be on TV. They all want to scream. They all want to say hi. It's pretty amazing.
Aren't they some of the best fans on tour?
100%. Not only are they educated, but they're excited, and their passion for the sport just shows through. And I believe that's because, you know, when Gabriel Medina won the world title for Brazil, and they were having a hard time with the soccer, it just rose up to surfing, and surfing became a national, you know, phenomenon here in Brazil.
Yeah, you guys, let's hear from the last heat winner. Caroline Marks had a challenging heat, but she came out with the win. We're going to see her in quarterfinals, and right now she's with Manu Caialdo. Manu.
Hello guys, I'm here with Caroline that is really excited. How is it to win the last heat of the day with this amazing sunset here in Saquarema? Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really stoked. I got my friends here with me, and yeah, just a lot of support. Brazil's got a different kind of energy. It's really cool. It's really electric. It's been a long day though. I came like super early this morning, and last heat of the day, so I was really determined to win that heat. I've had a few restarts last couple events, so I was like, no, not again, but I'm really happy it worked out in my favor. And the ocean's changing so much from my free surf to my first heat to now, so just trying to identify the right waves out there was really tough, but just trust your instinct, and it worked out, so I'm really stoked.
Great, and tomorrow you're probably going to wake up really early, so how's it going to be your night? I mean, your friends are here, you have a lot of things to do in Saquarema, but at the same time you have to focus.
Yeah, I've been up really early, so hopefully get an early night's sleep. There's so many parties going on at night, it's actually really hard to sleep. Honestly, I've hardly been sleeping here, but it's all good, it's part of it. You can hear the noise right now, so it's part of it. It's all good, we're enjoying it.
What about acai? You're going to have some?
Yeah, I love the acai here. It's so good, so I've been having one like every day. It's good. I need a sponsorship.
Okay, good luck. That's some brass. Back to you guys. See you tomorrow.
Good times. Thank you very much, Manu, and congratulations, Caroline Marks. That was a tough battle, you know, and it's just, again, adaptability is not just in the water. You got to adapt to a town that is loud almost 24/7, Jesse.
I mean, it's loud for you to sleep, it's loud for you to go to dinner, lunch, and breakfast. It's like literally like trouble for those surfers to kind of get around. So you have to be, you know.
Find your bubble, huh? You got to find your bubble.
They don't have a bubble. I was talking to Caroline, and you know, her friend that's here has her coach, and you know they're hanging out together. They've got this little room, and all night long, all they can hear is the party going on. So I think tomorrow night they'll get some rest, but not tonight.
Not tonight, not tonight. Well, let's look at shift gears a little bit into the men's action. We're talking about Heat 8 of the men's opening round. It was a pretty spectacular heat. We had some big names in it. Griffin Colapinto, Filipe Toledo, Joao Chianca, Colapinto, Toledo, Chianca. What more do you want, Jesse?
I mean, mostly here you have João, that it's a local guy and knows this bounce better than anyone here. And they're kind of all going for that right into the ripple right there. You can see João attacking the wave, very fierce. But it was all about Toledo getting that reverse and connecting the dots very well to finish off the wave.
Yes, Shianka 5.9 to 5.33 in the scoreline, not enough because this was Filipe right here, Strider.
Yeah, this was the heat that changed everybody's mind. Everybody just started surfing this little right ripple, and you know it was there were still lefts out the back, and then these guys were like, you know what? No, we're gonna ride this little nugget on the inside. Toledo got the most work done on each wave, so you know he came out on top, and he looked really good. This turn right here was pretty crazy. I mean, Jesse, this was radical.
Well, this was actually a low-scoring affair, just a 12.9 two-wave total, Jess.
And it's crazy to think how well those guys surfed, obviously. Like that wave itself for Filipe, he was able to delay himself on the takeoff, get very critical. And right here, somehow pull the miracle to get another little reverse.
Yeah.
Like there's not, it was like a wake surf, you know, wake surfing.
So Filipe Toledo, his friend and trainer, Rafael Romano, came in and talked about Filipe and how fierce this is. Even though it's a tough heat, there's lots to learn from these victories. He said he was cold-blooded out there, and that's what they look for in these tough situations. There's the numbers.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You have to be on your A game, going against guys like this that, you know, pull it off miracles all the time.
So we're going to see Joao Shianka and Griffin Colapinto Strider in that dreaded elimination round. That could happen tomorrow.
That is not where you want to be. Filipe stoked on that win. He, you know, after that loss against him at lower trestles, you know he wanted that win over Colapinto more than anybody.
A little bit of a redemption, perhaps,
he
right?
needed that. Plus, they're right there. I think number 10 and number maybe 7 or 8 on the world ranking. So
yeah,
it's pretty close and tight. And there's some grudge match in there.
Speaking of world rankings, number 1 in the world on the women's side,
Oh.
Gabriela, Bryan. Today, it was very, very unusual to see Gabby go down.
Yeah, that's a big loss for her. You can see, we could see actually Dog on the corner just pulling a little bit of the hair left that he has and just freaking out because he was just like, she kind of let that one go. Like she was surfing great. The surfing was there, just making poor decisions.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard for him to watch. And you know what? Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. And there was a big upset. And you know what? The girl from Peru, she came in. She got a couple of good waves. She had that good left-hander. She got a solid score too. I mean, it was really hard for Gabby to lose this heat, but it happened.
Arena Rodriguez made Peru very happy today. This is a big moment for a wild card to come through here, Jesse.
Yeah, fluid surfing. She kept it patience. Gabby lost that wave. Like she kind of pushed Arena on the first wave, and then she had the second opportunity, kind of like a nice double up, and she just let that one go unreaded. And then Arena just closed the door on this last wave, just kept the rails clean and attacked when she needed to. And yeah, great surfing, took the win.
A 4.9 and a 4.0 for Rodriguez. An 8.9 two-wave total was enough to take the Peruvian into the quarterfinals. They took the flag up the beach. Big moment again, like I said, for Peruvian surfing. Love that. Take a look at the numbers. And again, another low-scoring affair. Just showed you how challenging some of these heats were. But I love the drama that unfolded today, Strider.
Yeah, it creates, it's funny, a low-scoring heat can still be one of the funnest to watch. And you can see the drama boil all the way down to the end of it, just like in that last one with Caroline, having to try and find something and her opponent almost taking her down, and then she got a last wave right on the buzzer. So it's fun, still really fun to watch these heats with low scores.
Yeah, it was fun. Continuing on the upset conversation, and actually this was a win for the home team in a way. In the next highlighted heat number 3 of the women's elimination round, Luana Silva comes up against Caity Simmers, and I'd have to call that an upset for Caity Simmers.
For sure, it has to be an upset. You obviously have someone like Caitlin Simmers that won this event twice and the most informed surfer in the last few years. So going a bit against Lulu, obviously she has the home crowd advantage, and also her boyfriend lives here and grew up here, so she knows that wave very well and got some insights from João Chumbinho. No doubt about it.
Yeah, she was aggressive too. She wasn't holding back at all, and that's that's why she won. I mean, look at that whip in the lip right there. That was sick. Fins out, throwing buckets. And Caitlin wasn't surfing bad, but she did fall on the inside of a good-looking right. So I think that was the difference in this heat.
it's very impressive to see how in attack mode Caitlin always is. Like, she's so small, but she still is not afraid to throw herself on the lip in conditions that are heavy. As much as it's not big here, there's a lot of water moving on that lip, and she always goes for it. It's fun to watch.
Crowd erupted on the beach with Lulu exiting the water. Nothing but high fives and cheers for the Brazilian surfer. There's the numbers, 10.47 versus 10.24. That was a super close one.
So like I said, Caitlin Simmers fell on the inside of a right, and that was the difference in the heat. She really surfed well in that heat, and then that backwash crept up on her, got the nose, took her down. Lulu did that big backside waft, big hit, spray everywhere. I love it.
Well, post-heat, we move quickly here, and we're already to the quarterfinals in the women's. And take a look at some of these matchups. I like this one. Arena Rodriguez coming up against an informed Molly Picklum, quarterfinal number 3. Can the wild card continue on her roll through here, Jesse?
Yeah, she's going to have to step it up, no doubt. Like, she obviously surfed good, but you could see there's a little bit of tenseness in it. So she's going to have to free up, because coming against Molly Picklum, mostly with the forecast that we have in offer for us, with lots of waves coming in Wednesday, Thursday, the bigger it gets, like, the better Molly will surf.
Yeah, looking forward to that. But we always have to talk about our wave of the day, the Kayak Natural wave of the day today. And this wave of the day, it's the big dog came through here with some big slashes, heavy moves. I'm talking about the Kayak wave of the day, and I'm talking about this guy, Cole Houshmand, with an 8-point ride. Couple of bangers, Strider, on this left.
Yeah, powerhouse. This kid just laid it down. He was so perfectly positioned to catch this wave, and a wave that has that closeout look at it is going to give you enough to get up there twice, and he did just that. And there was just spray flying everywhere. He had a lot of really just solid turn in the lip, the way he just torques his whole body in that weight. I mean, he's got to be 220 pounds. And
he's a big dog.
He's the biggest dog on tour for sure.
Kayak Natural. Feel the power of freshness, and that was some fresh surfing. I mean fresh in like a fresh, like dope, fresh, old school way, but with new school character.
Yeah, and that's what he brings to the table. He can kind of mix it up both, like those massive laybacks as he threw at lower stress. So he's kind of bringing it to here as well. It's just fun to watch, because this wave has even more juice, so it makes him look even bigger.
I like what Kaipo said. There is that old school like energy in it, but there's that new school flair where he gets really technical at the end of each turn, and it brings all of it together for the judges. They just love it. They went excellent.
Well, now it's time for us to check in with our Surfline forecast, and let's see what all of the weather meteorologists, that whole crew over at Surfline, have in store for us as far as data. We've got 2 more days to finish up here, but look, Jesse, looks like might be some action out in the Atlantic.
Yeah, there definitely is. We have that kind of system that it happened for today and tomorrow, getting a little bit smaller, but then look at that red moving into the coast.
That's good. That's like big and scary almost, right? I mean, that was pretty solid.
Too much almost, right?
Well, from what we saw the swell today, we all thought it was gonna be head high, and it was way overhead. So,
and
it could be big and chunky, and we'll see some big and chunky surfing.
And that's all because this place faces straight south, so this swell's coming into the south direction, and it just hits it stronger than ever. So deep water's moving in, and swell hits as hard as like it says on the webcast. Oh, sorry, on the websites.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, this place packs a punch. I mean, I feel like this is almost like kind of like, in a way, kind of the North Shore of Rio, actually, how much swell comes in here. So, yeah, so we'll look forward to it. We're going to pick it through. The good news is we got tons of swell on the way. We're just going to have to monitor the conditions.
And days on the waiting period.
And we got plenty, we got plenty of days, so don't worry. We're going to get this in epic conditions. We do some epic stuff here. And one of the epic things that we do is the rising tides. And that went off in kind of perfect conditions for the Groms. The rising tides is always a gathering that we do everywhere in the world. And here in Saquarema, it was another special one. Let's take a look at our rising tides and the activation that started before the competition. Sakura kicking us off here.
We are at the Centro de Treinamento de Léo Neves in Saquarema at Itaúna. Today we are having Rising Tides. The mission of Rising Tides is definitely to inspire the next generation of women surfers, but not only that, it's to get some one-on-one time with your favorite surfers Today when Tati showed up, all of the girls, their faces just lit up. That's a really, really memorable moment that the girls will remember for the rest of their lives.
It seems like a really cool place to grow.
And not only that, it's gonna make them really want to be on tour one day, I'm sure.
Okay, so they're all learning, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we go surf?
It's always been a dream of mine of being here at the city and also being at the Rising Tides to inspire other girls.
In Brazil, they have so much passion and stoke about surfing. There's a lot of girls here today that I'm excited to watch them rip. Yeah, goofy. Me too. Yeah. The surf culture for women in Brazil has been overlooked for a really long time, but I think in the last few years, you've seen so many more women in the water. I've heard so many personal stories of girls saying, oh, you're my inspiration, I'm surfing because of you. Makes me feel really good and happy to be representing something a lot bigger than just me surfing on the tour. It's creating a movement for women wanting to surf.
We always want more women on tour, and especially coming out of South America. I think it'll start to expand and to grow, and I hope I can just be a part of that change. There's so much talent that's coming out of Brazil, so I think in a few years it's going to be a very big promise.
Yeah, another great activation as far as the rising tides, and saw Tati out there with the girls and inspiring them.
I mean, I don't think there's anything better for you to give it back to the community. They give you so much, you know, so I'm sure they're having so much fun and enjoying with this, you know, the future of surfing.
Yeah. Well, it's time to call the doctor. And I'm talking about Dr. Peanut.
Oh, he's coming back.
He's coming back.
With your prescription for nutrition, and the Dr. Peanut is bringing us our top 5 moments of day number 1 here at the VIVO Rio Pro, presented by Corona Cero. We're going to start off here with number 5, defending champ. He advances. That wasn't a surprise, Jesse.
I mean, you expect big things from the guy. Obviously, kind of having a few events that he didn't do as well as he expected, but here, just linking it up beautifully and finish it off strong in this wave, which it was enough for him to advance into the next round.
He smashed that thing.
Sure did.
Riding a bigger board, too.
Yeah, he does. It does look like he's riding a little bit of bigger board, which it suits him very well. He's very whippy, very fast, so it slows himself down a bit and keeps him a little bit more on rail. Massive floater for him to finish it up.
Yeah. Keeps the surfing looking big, too.
Yeah.
All smiles coming up the beach for Italo Ferreira.
Imagine being him in this crowd. Woo.
Couple of
Superstar,
bodyguards.
yeah.
Superstar. Number 4, Strider.
Oh,
Don't call it a
Tati.
comeback, but Tati's back.
No pressure, coming off an epic trip to Indo and just showed up and blew up. I mean, had so much fun out there, belted these lefts. Look at, she's drifting the tail. It's like coming around a corner and just drifting the car. She was just all about it. Solid surfing.
We surfed enough lefts in the last few months, so
yeah,
it
so
helped
she
her
better
out.
be good, right? Oh, man.
And not to mention, like, Caitlin Simmers actually kind of smashed this wave. Like, that was, like I mentioned just in the previous a little bit that we were talking about, she's not scared to throw herself in the lip.
But you know what? Tati was going more vertical. And that's what, you know, that's why she got the nod in this heat. And she just looked more comfortable, more vertical, freed up. And we like to see a freed up Tati.
Number 3, Jesse, the big dog, Cole Houshmand, smashes a left for an 8-point ride.
I mean, the Houshi, he was my favorite surfer of the day, no doubt about it, because of turns like that. That layback, he's been doing it so far since the last few weeks at lower stress zones, and it just looks better and better. This wave obviously packs way more juice than lower, so it makes him look even better.
Yeah, and he's just grinding away. I mean, look at these poor waves don't stand a chance, even through the backwash. I mean, he just runs right through it, and it's so fun to watch. Power versus power.
Yeah, Cole. Number 2, Lulu, a big victory for the home crowd. Beach went wild, Strider.
Yeah, this was huge, and you know what? Coming up against 2-time champion out here, she knew she had to give it her all, which she did. I mean, she didn't hold back at all, which is fun to watch when she's looking like she's just going for it. Lulu has so much more to offer, and I like that. I like to see that out of her. I mean, she does a turn here where she just throws buckets off the top, throws the tail, everything drifts, and I mean, that was really great technique right there.
And a big victory for Luana Silva, really coming into her own on the championship tour. And we were watching her surfing. She'd always had the talent, but her heat orchestration coming through. Number one. And Arena Rodriguez beat number one in the world. I'm talking about Gabby Bryant with an upset. Big one for Peru.
Yeah, I was commentating that heat, and I was worried that she was going to let the, Arena get a little bit loose. You want to apply pressure on those surfers that have nothing to lose. And felt like Gabby was just never finding the rhythm of the good waves, like putting herself in kind of junk conditions and junk waves with no scoring opportunity, and she took the advantage.
Gotta surf left swell when you come from Peru, right, Strider?
Yeah, but you also gotta listen to your coach if you're Gabby, and she didn't. Dog said, go sit with her. Don't let her out of your sights. Well, she just had free range on the left over here and took her down. It was pretty interesting to watch.
All Gabby needed is one of those three waves she got. Like, she would have probably got something into the 6-point range,
Arena,
with her power.
She performed. I mean, those are some sweeps off the top. I like it. Coming through on the power section.
Yeah, number one. Hey, great moment here, and we're always impressed when we see kind of a new face on the championship tour via a wild card selection, and she did not waste this opportunity at all. Hey, right now, Jesse, we got the air show happening. Look at it. The surfing's not all that we do here.
Every year I look forward. Unfortunately, we're kind of missing right now, but we'll get there in a minute.
We got close-ups, man.
There you go.
It's on out there. Yeah. The beach is still raging. There's so many people down there. I love that they stick around for it all, and then they drop this on them right at the end. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, this is actually happening live right now on the beach, right outside of Itona. And it's an annual show that we always look forward to, the Daredevils in the Sky, Jesse.
Yeah, I really do look forward every year I come here.
Yeah, good stuff here. And a crowd favorite. Everyone's gonna stick around for sunset, some flybys, smoke screens, Strider.
Speaking of the smoke screens, I'm ready to see this heat tomorrow between Tatiana Weston-Webb and Caroline Marks.
All right.
That's going to be my drop the mic moment for right now. I think that's going to be a heater.
Yeah. We got to get through our men's elimination round first, and then we'll get into all the women's quarterfinals. So that's going to be next up on the set. Thank you, Jesse. Oh, thank you for the Corona Cero. Thank you, Strider. And remember, you guys, 6:45 Brazilian time tomorrow, worldsurfleague.com. Check it out. See if we get going with competitions again. And until then, I always wish you an aloha and cheers.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.